All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to our 2 to 20k PLO Bankroll Challenge. Now, this is the day 13 of a consequent grind. We didn't take a single day break, which I feel is very important to take breaks. Uh, to reset, I feel like when I play uh, too long of a stretch without break, then just like start making really basic mistakes. You know, I feel like the brain needs to get reset after some time, always, and then come back fresh. However, we haven't been doing pretty well this week. I mean, we are still running like 8k under EV. It's pretty a lot, um, given our challenge. Now, most of our profit we lost on 1020. So we pretty much lost like 500 big blinds, right? It's it's okay, but given our bankroll challenge, it's a big hit for our little bankroll. Now we pretty much probably many times played out of our bankroll because we couldn't leave. No, I don't blame you guys. I mean, my fault, of course. It's for me. It's hard to leave a table when I feel that the table is good and there's action. But we should respect maybe the bankroll management a little bit more and leave when we build a stack at higher stakes. Uh, because yeah, that's what happens. Like you build a stack, you start with 200, let's say 10 big blinds on the 1020. That's fine. Like you know, it's profitable to sit there. But then you double up a couple times, you should not play anymore that game because now you are risking too much of your bankroll, and that's what we did many times, and we got burned many times as well. Um, yeah, maybe we will try to be a little bit more careful with the bankroll. Um, and yeah. Anyway, like overall, we are doing all right in the bankroll challenge. Even though playing 1020 was kind of a big step back. Controversially, we didn't really run that much under EV on 1020, but on all the other stakes. So, yeah, we have been in some, tough spots in 1020. Of course, the game is so much more difficult than playing 1-2 or 2-5. So, I think it's very important to maybe play very sharp or when you play these games, because you know if you don't play your best, you might easily be losing because you're actually playing against very tough opponents. And yeah, just so much different than the lower stakes. Yeah, we will start with the zoom as always to warm up. Probably gonna be playing the whole time zoom. Let's start with zoom 100. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Stop talking and let's start playing. Now today, I don't know, every time I want to try to play on the lower stakes, I open up the lobby and I go from the top. Also because like low stakes games, there are just so many. In the higher stakes, you kinda don't have option. You just play all. But okay, let's maybe just be a little more selective with tables as long as we don't really have a very comfortable bankroll. Okay. All right. We hit the top set in the hand earlier before that. We should lead a lot here. I mean, whatever. We can see that because it's a high board. Alright, we're not calling, and we are kind of hoping that we hit the 10 of diamonds and our opponent have kings. This is the best thing that can happen. Never mind. Not a good spot. After all, good flop, but then didn't go the right way. Okay, could have. Alright. Probably sometimes could have gotten 3 streets of value, maybe. Anyway, no bad beat. We do hope in some bad beat jackpot on higher games though. Yeah. All right. All right, we bring in actually 2 tables right away. Let's start slowly also. I think it's a good thing to actually warm up. Yeah. All right, I would start with check all the time. Now we have a value hand, so we might as well bet. I can see merit in check raising because he might have 8-7 and we can just check raise against that hand. But still, we will get easily 2 streets of value if we bet. Right here, okay. So anyway, I think like today we could actually try to play lower stakes but deeper, you know, and maybe have some interesting hands. And maybe mix in every now and then some short stack 5-10 all in. But okay, yesterday there was a really good action on PLO 100, PLO 200, like really good action. So yeah, let's actually, all right, let's not add all the tables at once. Let's just actually try to warm up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we have to fold short, even though deep is also not really the best hand. I feel like we might just buy in 400. Like, our win rate will be better anyway with the deeper stack than just 10 or 20 big blinds. The thing is that you can play higher stakes with shorter stack, but lower win rate. Also, the player pool is just different. Of course, it's easier to have a higher win rate at a PLO 100 than PLO 2K. But still, we will for sure be jumping there every now and then. Yeah. Also, like one merit playing smaller stakes with this bankroll is that we don't really need to care if we get deep. We can just stay at the table, whatever. However, if we make a stack on, 510 or 1020, it's easy to just stay and then lose. Whatever. I mean, we had situations like 1020, you know, build like 900 stack with a 7k bankroll or something like that. It's pretty, you shouldn't really have 10% or more of your bankroll at the table. Like, never. Probably like 3%, and if you double up, then okay, whatever, maybe you can stay, but still. Yeah, so actually the bankroll was even lower in okay, gotta fold this short, kinda. Yeah, then went all in three-way, like 2700 pots, 2600, literally half of the bankroll. And yeah, even though we were actually really good, it's you can be ahead, whatever, play well and still lose. So that's why you should respect the stakes and the bankroll management. Yeah. I keep talking about it the whole time, but actually never truly adjust. But it's true, and you see it. You see it. What happens? All right, so it's Sunday today, and actually, there is a tournament, right? Let's let's play one tournament if we can still buy in. Okay, it's very late reg and it's bounty tournament. Late reg, 8 minutes. Probably how many players are in the money? Okay, it's actually kind of close to the money. Yeah, I don't think it's very very profitable to buy into knockout tournament on late reg, but Um, Talking about that, we are in the tournament. It's a pretty good looking one, so we gotta give it a shot. A little bit out of the bankroll, but we were we have a very nice hand, very first hand. So let's see. Okay, we are all in first hand. Our opponent will probably never want to fold. It's a good flop. That's all right, equity. All right. First hand seems fine. Second hand, we can just fold. All right, let's see. It's probably hard to win if you join last minute. I think we need to double up even one more time before we can get in the money for break even. All right, November 13. November 13, guys. Thursday. There is a big one. 500 buy-in and 150k guaranteed. Now, guaranteed doesn't mean guaranteed profit, okay? Just saying. Probably could play that one if we do well. Yeah, probably we can grind some PLO 100, and if we win a couple buy-ins, we can just take the shot and come back on Thursday and play the tournament. As well as, of course, play some cash on the side, because that's our game. Tournaments, we don't really know. Alright, I don't like the short stack. Okay, we will have to fold if we hit 3 bets. Maybe we can respect the bankroll management and play a satellite. Okay, there's some flash satellites. I don't know what that is. Oh, some kind of, okay, random. Rock, paper, scissors. I mean, if we can choose what we pick, then maybe. All right. Right here, every now and then, some random 5-10. The hand looked good on the flop. Not anymore. Chop second board. Alright. Alright, so late reg closes pretty soon on their 47 players. 27 in the money. Okay, actually, playing deep, we can start playing hands like these. It's pretty sweet. Now, action over here. We have some backdoors. Got shot. I mean, why not? Here, we have a bear draw to everything to the second nuts. I think just folding right away is correct. Right here, we are in a not really the best spot in the world on the flop and turn, but we manage to chop. All right, quit most tables. Let's just actually warm up very peacefully. One zoom and one tournament. Okay, two pair. Not really the best hand in the world, but we for sure call one street and probably gonna have to fold on other streets. I think like we cannot fold with the gut shot and two pair. The question is, do we raise or just call? Alright, steal the blinds. We would flop monster, so they probably saved some money. Some chips. No money. No money involved. Just chips. Chips. It's a tournament, right? Alright. Like maybe to lose, but it feels like crime to fold ace queen queen, right? All right, first splash pot. 1 minute left till the late reg closes. Alright, feel like we cannot really fold anything just yet. Now, if everybody folds, we probably have to fold as well. Here, 2 diamonds, maybe we can call 3 diamonds. I mean the price is good, but 3-way, don't like it. Yeah. Okay. 25 big blinds in a tournament, not much to do. We gotta play tie it, wait for a good hand, and then ship it. Now we have low chips, so I don't know. Good thing we don't really understand ICM or whatever it is. Okay. Jack 10 10 9. Main race. Okay, let's play this hand. I don't really like to see bet much here. Jack 10 10 9 on the button. I mean, there's a chance somebody will squeeze, you know. I don't like that. And we kind of we prefer to have stronger hands, even though we are on the button and the raise is small. Here, for sure, we check raise. We have the nuts, we block 2 pairs that can call. Our opponent will for sure bet with the second straight. And we can put him in, you know, say tough spot, and we can, okay, we got slow rolled actually by chop. Snap pot with the nuts. I mean, yes, we should see even a lot of bluffs. That's why we check. Sometimes we can get value from 10-8. Sometimes we get extra bet from bluff. Here. Yeah. We hit the jack. Seemingly not much. Though we have a pretty good outs to improve to very strong hand. Okay, this is not good. I don't feel like we need to try to make our opponent fold overpair. It's probably, it's not impossible. But let's just start the day with not like triple barreling bluff. We beat some jack. So it was almost chop. We both have pocket eights. Alright, ace king, jack 5, 20 BB. Let's just raise. We are far from ATM. I think we need to try to build the stack. Like, we will have to go all in anyway. Of course, with this hand we are not going all in, but we are trying to steal. Okay. Probably gonna have to respect. I mean, 20 BB deep. I'm not sure what's correct. If we should min raise or like 2.2 or something, or just pot. It's like we don't want to risk too many of our chips. Probably. It's tournament, right? You should probably raise smaller. It's not cash game. But anyway, we got 3-bet by a chip leader. That can mean he just doesn't give a shit and wants our bounty, right? And kings, we 3-bet blind versus blind, 20 BB. It's very good. Now probably just gonna jam. I think like him folding whatever equity means really a lot to us. Okay. Good turn. And also good flop. The thing about tournament is, like, this is a 200 buy-in, and the first place is probably gonna be like 7, yeah. And you need to be first, it's very unlikely. Now, play cash game, you can buy in on 1020 for 200 as well. And you can win also 7, you don't need to be first. I feel like folding this hand, it's single suited, whatever. Even though there is a bounty or something, I don't think we need to gamble. Okay, what is the real difference between min raise, this and this? Like 2.1 to 2.2, what is the difference? Alright, if this guy 3-bet, we would go all in because we can get bounty. Alright, we can steal blinds now, that's perfect. Alright, I'm in race. For sure, we are calling. Here we go, post flop. Hopefully everybody has loose ranges. Now kings here probably don't have to bet. We cannot fold flop. We have 2 pair. Now it's a little better top 2, although straight just complete. We still do want to check. Okay. Now probably do not want to block bet on the 4 card straight. Okay, this is not nice. Like, generally I don't like folding, but I feel like there's gonna be straight like pretty often. We do block some cards around the straight though, but we ourselves should have a straight fairly often. I don't know. Not sure about the bluff catch. Like, we should have straight ourselves some part of the time. He min raise, so there is a lot of straights in his range too. Now we block 3, 4, 8 for straight. I mean, it doesn't mean too much actually. We block ace, which is bad. We don't block hearts, which is probably irrelevant. I don't know. Okay, for sure we do want to 3-bet. Maybe some weak aces we can trap before the flop. Okay, here we face a snap call. Not really happy to see that. However, since we start our bluffing journey on the flop with these beautiful blockers, not only eights but also jacks, the very future blockers, we have to finish our job. All right. Wow, beautiful flop. Okay, we made 4 stacks and we are still like not okay. All right, this is some pretty good flop. I feel like we have to slow play. We have everything. This is the best card, best hand to check back and show up with some brutal monsters on the turn. Now, since we check back the flop, I feel like we also can check back the turn. Like, slow play until the river sometimes. It's probably hard to get any value anyway. And probably we wouldn't get 2 streets of value anyway, and on a flop we couldn't really bet much. We could bet like 1/3. Okay, almost everybody is deep. I mean, even 50 big blinds, this hand is a okay open. Okay, somebody got knocked out. We have a new table. I don't like it. I think the table before was better. Okay. Even though the opponent seems to be fairly loose, I think it's a little bit too risky. I mean, 2 hearts I call, 3 hearts on a cutoff, not sure. On a button for sure we call. But I'm not really sure about tournaments. But the one thing I know, you don't wanna bust out of the tournament. So let's try to be extra cautious in here. Now I can see a lead sometimes. This board kind of favors us. Let's play it as a check call. I feel like playing sometimes tricky. I mean, we can probably lead the turn. So, what up? What up, yo? Let's check raise again. I mean, I feel like we could lead the turn from pure exploit way, not, you know, because I feel like after he betting pretty big, he might fairly often have a flush, but we also get the value like this. Yeah, we could, it would get in the same amount of money if we lead the turn and then pot the river. What up, yo? Ayoro. Welcome, bro. Sit back. Take some popcorn and you know, relax and chill. Okay, we probably are not folding. Okay, we are folding. Bro. Okay. Probably gonna be more cautious than playing 10-20, playing this tournament. And apparently, you know, being tight is right. Okay. You could have just scooped with 5 high flush. It's interesting jam. Okay. Right here, we defend against the button and we flop pretty good. Sure, bro. Let's run twice, as always, as usually, actually. Not always. Alright. Almost. Chop is fine. Now, let's see how the tournament goes. We don't even have an average stack. We joined actually very recently for late reg. Here we do not want to fall. It was a limp pot, but we have a top pair, a flush draw, a pair of jacks. It might help. Today maybe we might actually play less tables than usual and try to focus on the tournament, what is happening. I feel like we can actually probably limp this hand. We don't really mind playing multi-way. And I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to raise and get like limp raise, or maybe we are deep enough to play around. Maybe we should stop being a little bitch and just raise before the flop. Now what? We have a jack high flush draw, and we hope that we will maybe hit our backdoor sneaky nut flush. Alright, we won't get there anyway. I mean, limping is probably fine. Raising probably as well, but like raising the pot, you raise 4.5 big blinds. Okay, do we want to bet? Probably no need. It's pretty big bet. Yeah. Let's just play Zoom 100 today, the whole time. And just actually chill. Yeah. We still do play this 5-10 with the 10 big blinds, just chilling there while playing here. I mean, ace jack 10-9, it's a pretty good hand. I feel like we call even though we don't have the nut flush draw. I mean, we are 100 BB deep or more, so we don't really need to fold all that much anymore. It's a pretty good flop. I'm sure we should lead this one fairly often. 1/3 will probably do. Also, yeah, its job. I mean, half pot or 1/3 lead is fine. Definitely wouldn't bet more. Nice turn and river. Okay. All right. They are going crazy right here. Oh, shit. Nice. Very nice. Okay, we are on break. Why not? I think like 27 players are in the money in the tournament. Let's just double check. How do we check it? Okay. "29 places are paid actually, so 5 players until the money." Okay, probably could open queen. Yeah. Okay, for sure we defend. Check. We have 2 pair. Interesting c-bet. We're not calling 2 pair. We're not folding 2 pair. Let's see. Check. Now. The thing is, I don't see much of a showdown value. I feel like our opponent can't have anything. Probably wanna have a 1 heart to bluff at this river. 1/3. Yeah, 1/3. I mean, the block bet doesn't. With this hand doesn't really seem to like. What are we trying to achieve? Like, make a better hand fold, or worse hand call? Not with this hand probably. Gonna have different hands where we just bet 1/3. Ace king 5/4. I feel like it's okay to open actually. A little too loose with the, you don't want to have the king of spades, but I feel like this guy VPIP 12 and this guy we don't really mind with this hand being against the short. Okay, I feel like this pot is gonna be underbluffed. Let's just fold. We block one heart. We block four potential like bluffs. Yo, what up, bro? Welcome. Yesterday, um, it was actually still pretty rough, I would say, but was more chill, I would say, than days before. Probably ended up break even or something. So yeah, it was pretty chill actually. Good action. Did well on Zoom and mid stakes. I ran like shit at higher stakes. Now we are chilling at Zoom 100. Yeah, it's pretty good. How about you, bro? Yeah, wow, crazy. Yeah, it was pretty long yesterday. Anyway, I feel like we probably ended a little after you left, and damn, man, you got some courage to watch that long. Damn, thanks, bro. That's sweet. Today, probably gonna stream. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like at least until 11, at least 3 more hours, and then we'll see. Maybe I kind of enjoy it, so I mean, I always feel like I don't know, staying maybe a little longer. All right, here we are joining that, so never mind. All right, I mean, it's probably fucking too loose. Damn, yeah. Okay, probably wasted 2 big blinds. I think it's just fold, even though it's a min race and there is no rake. Yeah, understand, bro. You gotta relax. Yeah, you can chill, relax here a little bit, and then relax somewhere else without the cards. I completely understand. Now there is bounty involved, so I don't think we can ever fold. Can we? Uh, Probably not. I'm not sure. It's like there is no rake, bounty involved. Now we are flipping for a bounty. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should read some quick article how to play tournaments before I open it. No clue. But I feel like, we cover, we can take bounty. We have like okay hand. But at the same time, if we lose, we are fucked, and we won't even get in the money. Yeah, we are down shit ton in games, but at least we got pretty nice rake back. We still run like 8k under EV, so on EV we are actually not that red And in addition, we lost a lot in dollar value on 1020. Not that much in big blinds. Alright, I don't think we can raise this hand, even though the bounty sounds appealing. This hand. Okay, this board hits us a lot actually. Now boy seems to be pretty active. I don't think we need to take this stab actually, and we can just check. I don't feel like going 2 barrels with airball in PLO in tournament. I mean, we have the good blockers, right? Like 10 of spades blocks some flush draws. 5 obviously blocks the straights. We can represent it pretty well because we are on the big blind. But if we bet and we get called, we will have to fire again, hoping that we can make them fold. Now, sometimes we can win in showdown. Almost. Yeah, if we bet the flop, it would have worked, but I'm not too sure about it. Bubble, come on, let's ship it. We have double suited queens. We don't understand ICM or something like this, so if this guy opens, we are all in. Okay. Now, not anymore. We have to probably be cautious. Okay, we have a really good hand. Like a standard 3-bet. And there's a pot raise. It is the bubble. What do we do? I don't know. Really. I think like we can call. Maybe we can fold. And we can also raise because it's a very strong hand. Okay, not a very pleasant situation right here. The 3, of course, completes all the draws. Okay, we get into showdown. Okay. Did we see a showdown or not? No. Okay, this guy stealing again. Unstoppable. You know, I feel like maybe if we had a really big stack, like this chip leader, we might play aggressively. But we are like middle stack. Anyway, I'm really glad I have you guys here since the beginning. Thanks for watching for so long. It really means a lot to me having you guys here. Yeah, now just chill. All right, we have some kind of dicey spot here. I mean, I'm not sure if it's correct open. Maybe not. Maybe it's too loose. Now we could jam, and we could just call. I mean, if we jam, we are all in heads up with a pretty good equity, but we are like behind. Okay, we can get away. Why not? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't really limp with the rake. Okay, we can open this hand actually. It feels nice to, you know, be able to play these kind of hands actually. I feel like we should check back very often. Now, sometimes a slow play onto the river, why not? Maybe don't make a flash draw fold and then maybe get the, you know, we can get one street, but I prefer to bet the turn. But our opponent's range will be, you know, kings a lot, some queens, jacks. Also some ace X, but like a lot of big pairs. Maybe it's not a bad idea to bet 1/3 because we put him into a pretty tough spot, you know. We can just bet everything for 1/3, you know. And he needs to probably call these pairs. If he folds, he will fold too much. Alright. I don't like the 7 high suit. I mean, it's legit hand to open, but let's just be precise with the suites. The 7 high doesn't do really too well. Okay, if this was bounty, we probably could jam, right? Anyway, action right over here. We open pretty good looking hand. Flop, not much. We hope to play some later streets. Okay, this is pretty good turn. Now raising doesn't make too much sense. Folding, of course not. Calling is the option in my opinion. Now we lose to like pretty much everything. Easy fold. Let's see if there's a showdown. Nope, no showdown. Interesting. I don't think we can raise preflop because of the deep stack, even though we would love to go all in against the bounty before the flop. Wow, interesting. Boy has some balls and finds back on the bubble. It's nice, actually. It's not even direct bubble. It's almost. Okay. Yeah, this is some chill music. Now, we want to play this hand, but we don't want to raise. Don't want to get 3-bet. But we can afford to limp call a raise and play in position with some fair SPR. Alright. Alright, bro. Let's just fold. How about we get in the money so we can not be afraid of some whatever ICM or whatever it is. Okay, there are two shorts. This guy and one other guy has a little less. 7 big blinds. Now we don't want to lose too much of our chips, so we have to fight back somehow. Let's see how this guy probably can play super aggressively since he's like a very big chip leader on this table. Alright, this hand just always a call unless we are against somebody who opens really loose. Yeah, just chilling, guys. This one table and one is pretty chill pace. I like it. I really like it. Alright, this hand is beautiful, but the table is very ugly. Like, even though we are on a cutoff, I think like we can call. Okay, or maybe actually we are pretty deep. A 3-bet might be fine as well, but not sure. It's like all tight table. We're not gonna be in a very pleasant spot, guaranteed. Like, yeah, what to do, right? Just chill. Like, we block queen 9 of spades, but like we do need to get call from 9 high flush if you want to get value. That is not the straight flush. We cannot even bet. Just check. Okay. Alright, direct bubble. I feel like we probably have to fold this hand. It's even that, like 30 big blinds is not the best anyway. This hand, even though we have 5 high suit, it's too nice not to open. Ah, pretty good flush draw. Now we don't we do wanna bet. I mean, we don't wanna check back some not flush draws. We face a snap check. I think we can just bet pot. We have a gut shot, one pair, not flush draw, and I would expect the check to be fairly weak. Now, our opponent probably doesn't have a set. I mean, on the turn, very likely have something like kings or something, or nothing, or draw with a 10 or not a 10. All right, this hand is, I love it. It's very, very, very good. You know, not flush draw, not straights, everything connected. All right. Even on board like this, we still have a gut shot. Oh boy. The question is, do we just jam and go 50-50 and guaranteed for the bounty, or do we just check and save 10 big blinds because we would have almost no chance to win on this flop? Here, let's just continue checking. Oh, yeah, it's no limit after the flop. I keep forgetting. That's cool. Like, if we had like 100 blinds, sure, we can ship it pre-flop, but I feel like we need to be careful with our chips. Okay. I mean, lose ranges before the flop, but nice trap. Right, of course we just fold. We are in the money, so we are break even on the tournament. Actually, we are in small profit. Here, what do we want to do? I feel like this can be the hand to check back. We have brutal, you know, we have a redraw. We're not afraid of pretty much any turn. Good playability after on later streets, pretty much. Okay, it's ace king and it's the double suited. It's a pretty shitty hand, but we are on the button and I feel like ISO is okay. Alright, if boy opens, okay, good. If boy opened, we would probably have to jam. Now, we are still pretty short. We do want to limp on the button. We definitely don't want to see a 3-bet. We want to play post flop. It's easier to get 3-bet before the flop than check raise on the flop. Now I feel like we can bet 1/3 and you know, it's not a big risk. We put some pressure on our opponents. Now if you get raised, probably a strong hand, or maybe actually it could be just queen, but queen with 3 life cards. Yeah, we didn't risk much. Okay, and this guy not going anywhere. Okay, check. Interesting. Let's actually try to pay attention to... I don't like the 3 clubs. That's why. Okay, rainbow version, fold. So actually there's pretty much no pay jumps up until the final table, 8 players. Then it kinda starts. Yeah, so we do want to open this hand, as well as limp is alright actually. But actually boy is on the big blind. I feel like isolating the big blind makes some sense, because we can get bounty from him. Now SPR less than 2. I can see both bet and check. It's kinda loose, but I feel like should be okay to bet. And now we can jam the river actually for value, and it might look like a bluff. I believe we should be ahead fairly often. I don't want to say always, but like very often. All right. Nice. So we get another bounty and, well, decent stack. Still just 30 big blinds. The average is 50 big blinds. Damn, it goes so fast. I feel like we're running really hot, but we still have not many blinds really. Right. Okay. All right. Nice. Nice pot, bro. Wow. All right here, last hand, we won a small pot. Now, pretty nice spot again. All right, we hit very good. All right, the bounty tournaments are crazy. All right, everybody's all in. I hope we do have the best hand. All right. 2%, not really a favorite anymore. Never mind. Pre-flop and flop pretty good. Okay. Honestly, I'm not sure. This hand is pretty good. 2 clubs, 3 bet for sure. Especially, I mean, we can win the bounty. I'm not sure about bounty tournaments. Also, not sure about the pre-flop range raise pot. You know, probably would be flipping. And we do wanna maybe play some more streets rather than just flips. Alright, we can call and play some rivers. The river is overkill, not flush, brutal full house. We do want to bet for value for sure. We block everything, so I don't know how much actually. One third might be one of the options here because the range is pretty weak. Or half pot, so it's a small size. I don't like to bet 1/3 in position on the river. Yeah. I don't know how much should we fight for the bounties in the tournament and how much should we keep our chips. Because even without bounties, I mean, okay, the top 10 is not, I mean, the payouts are not that big. However, for our bankroll situation, even if we end up second or third or fourth or fifth, it's a pretty nice boost. Mm. Okay. Alright, this hand is probably too loose. Jack high, suit. We can steal. I feel like we can be pretty loose from the button, especially when we are deep. This, I don't mind folding actually. The hand is not that good, especially shorts. Okay. Do not fold against a min raise. Alright, 2 pair and a flush draw. Seemingly a good hand. Okay, we have a nice bluff catcher. Or we just let our opponent for free to get there. Maybe just yeah, betting the turns. Oh, it's all right. Nazdar, kámo, vítej tady. Pohodlně se usaď, vem si nějaký popcorn a chillujeme tady. Dneska pohodička, zatím jenom jeden Zoom a nějaký turnaj. Občas k tomu přidáme nějaký stoleček. Je jich jako docela dost, ale nebudeme vybíraví. Nebudeme hrát jen tak nějaký. Alright. We have an open ender and a top pair and a backdoor flush draw. This guy cold. I mean, I will respect that and just check back the turn. We don't really want to see a check raise, even though we do have a strong hand. Now it's much easier to throw in some value bet. Now we can bet half pot and we can also bet larger. We're not folding against a jam. Even though, yes, of course, sometimes he will appear with the nuts and we don't have much outs, but not always. I mean, it's pretty sick to double check raise the nuts. Not saying you shouldn't do that, but we will not see it often, I would say. Okay, we are close to next pay jump in the tournament. Now we are actually very short. I feel like we might need to play more aggressively, but we are just super short, so we should chill and wait for some nice hands that we can ship before the flop. We cannot touch any bounty at this moment anyway. We are the short at the table. Okay. Never fold against a min raise. This hand. Don't fold against any size. Nazar, kámo, kolik máš účtů, ty vole? Či jsi změnil jméno? Hele, dvojitý esíčka. Alright, I think, I mean, potting is fine, for sure. But we do want to have like aces in the smaller size as well. Okay, that's pretty good flop. Um, okay, we actually have straight. Come on. Alright. We are out of the tournament pretty quick. I feel like we have to check fold. Alright, the turn was pretty nice. Alright, that was a good hand. Pretty big pot and a nice equity. Yeah, would be number 5 or 6 on chips. Alright, my guess is this guy's just gonna crush it. Brutal chip leader right now. Actually second on chips, but have a lot. Alright. Just fold. Alright. At least we made a little profit on the tournament. What up, Kelsey? I'm pretty good. How are you? Alright. We had some bounties actually, and we little over min cash, so actually yeah, pretty much every day now. Yeah, I'm gonna take probably 1 or 2 days off. Probably just 2. I mean, 3 days. 3 days is too much, right? I might actually maybe play tomorrow as well. Last week, the Monday was very good. Oh fuck, we folded the gut shot with the aces. That's a super bad fold actually. Oh, never mind. Do not fold that. I thought we have bare aces. Do not fold. Aces with the backdoor not flush draw and gut shot. Direct gut shot. Oh my god. Bad fold. Okay, just fold. Yeah, like this call, I'm not. I don't like the short stack in here, but probably it's okay. Like we are very deep, and we do want to play in position. Now this hand probably not much to do. Yeah. Anyway, welcome. Okay, the table seems pretty tight. Uh, well, first goal is to complete the challenge, and then we will see. No particular goal. I do really enjoy streaming and playing. So hopefully we will see. Probably continue doing this thing. Alright, we do have some aces. I feel pretty bad misreading the aces before on Zoom. Like, it's a terrible fold with a gut shot. Alright, we are in a very good shape. I like the lead because, I mean, against aces he is all in anyway. And if I check back, it's kinda not really a disaster for him, but I like the lead multi-way. Even though it's ace-high board, he has ace in his hand. It's pretty good play. Like, just the standard setup. Yeah, actually my goal is to just keep chilling here. That's it. just chill and play some cards, and hopefully have you guys here with me. Now that will be the goal. All right, here we have a bottom set. No need to bet that multi-way. Now we can call one time. Technically we could raise, but I don't see too much benefit of it. Now the call is like not really great, but the bet is pretty small. Okay, this is very not nice, right? Okay, probably have to fold against two players. Of course, sometimes we will see something random, but there is queen 9, queens. We do beat pocket threes, we beat bluff, but two players, I mean against one player, we call, against two, yeah, you're fucked. Not sure if it was great call on the turn already, but the price was too good. But we had like 0 against two guys. That's the problem. Alright, do not fold against the min raise, never. Alright, here we check call the flop, turn is check check. Now we face a pot bet. It's very sketchy. Nice, finally we make a bluff catch, and it actually is a bluff. Times are changing, guys. Alright, let's bring some other table instead of the tournament that is not there anymore anyway. Here we do have a gut shot, backdoor flush draw, double backdoor flush draw actually. One is to the nuts. And also the gut shot is to the nuts. Betting occasionally with this hand might maybe make some sense, but checking, it's like standard, I would say. Kings. Okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Okay, I feel like we don't really lose if we fold this hand. Jack 8 7 5. Now with a 6, for sure we wanna raise even under the gun. There is a very short stack. Let's respect that. Who do you mean, they? I mean, come on, I've put in some my own work in it, and I don't know. Kind of felt like it looks alright for the beginning, you know. Like, sure, I'm open to ideas or whatever. I think it's kind of for you know, for this challenge particularly. Sure, I'm open to any improvements. Like, I'll listen to the idea for sure. Okay, this is we can check raise against a person who we will think that will bet very often. Yeah, sure, like yeah. All right, we actually got it in super good. Yeah, for sure. I wanted to look the best. I'll take a look at your ideas. Sure. However, I feel like there is not much to, not much more to add. Besides, you know. what is there. But for sure, everything can always be better. Anyway, pocket kings against min raise and a cold call. I feel like we should be pretty in a pretty good shape before the ace comes. No, not really anymore. We can just fold. Betting the flop. Like as a caller, it might make more sense than as a raiser. Yeah, actually. I don't know if I can say it out loud, but it's in the bottom under the tables. You know. $7.9 big blinds deep. We just ship our ace queen and take the blinds. That pretty much feels like a double up. Now we'll take super quick break and we will be back grinding, mostly Zoom today. That one I don't have, only what you see. Not sure, let's just fold against under the gun open raise. The hand probably will do pretty well, but no. Yeah, alright guys, I'll be back in only 2 minutes or something like that. All right, let's jump right back into the action. What up? You want some coffee? Damn, I love coffee. Okay, check. Just check. Maybe we win against ace, king, queen, 7, or lose against kings. Bro, it's not a scam. It's my, future. We're planning a date already. Okay, I feel like we kinda wanna find some very nice PLO 100 or 200 table. Last night there were pretty very good tables. All right, we have to go through the chaos and open up every table. Okay, we probably have to be a little selective because I feel like there is so much value in actually playing a really good table and focusing on that, as well as, of course, there's some merit in just grinding all of it. But just some are just so much better. And the thing is, usually we open all of the whatever tables. I mean, like, I like to play them, but then we don't have space or time to actually try to maybe join some different game. And playing lower stakes, we can afford, we don't mind. We can afford some swings. We don't mind playing a little bit. And we don't need to sit out. God, but there are so many tables. Yeah. Probably easier if you just stick to 1 or 2 limits rather than if you just play all of them. It's just a mess. And you cannot really keep an eye on opening a new table. Like, kinda. And come on, let's be honest, my layout is dope. Alright, we started some new tables. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. There are just tables popping up all at once. Okay, we have some PLO 100 games. Now, I played some PLO 100 yesterday, and the main cash for the leaderboard is $5 or big blinds. Now, if you play 510, it's also 5 big blinds, but it's $50. So it makes it feel like it's actually worth something besides just playing a couple hours to get 5 extra rake back. Okay, here, okay, it's whatever. Here we don't have anything. We have some pocket pairs in our range. There's a king on the board, blocking kings, which he can have. So maybe we can try to pretend that we have a full house. Damn, that's sick. That's the 1 outer. You know, you actually wanna lose to 1 outer when it's a bad beat, right? Like, I feel like the bad beat has to come anytime soon, somewhere, because yeah, it sucks when you just lose the 1 outer without getting the jackpot. And yesterday, I feel like within 1 hour we were all in or drawing to the bad beat jackpot like 3 times, like with the quads or against the quads or something like that, like 3 times within an hour. So there was like 3 times there was 2.5% chance or more if it was multi-way to hit the jackpot actually. And we would either be the winner or the loser, which is good. Okay, we have a wrap, not folding. The question is, do we go super crazy check raising this deep, or just chill and call? Well, yesterday there was some bluff on the Zoom 200 which was costly, so we can chill a little bit today. Okay, his range very aces heavy. Not gonna make the fold. Let me just check. Can still check raise. It's kind of tempting, but probably it's better to block a king. Don't do it too often. However, the flop probably could have been a nice check raise. Like, we have draw a 7. I mean, it kinda looks like perfect bluff, which for some reason we didn't take. It's alright. Okay. Yes, bro. Ace king king X double suited is probably get it in against a player who raises more than, I mean, even against a normal raise. I mean, even anytime 30 big blinds deep, pretty much anytime you just get it in. He 4-bet jam. It depends if you have pot odds. Now this is a little different story because even loose and aggressive players tend to have only aces in the 4-bet range. It depends if the player can actually bet 4-bet something else than aces. And then you will see if you have pot odds, right? I mean, if it's 30 big blinds deep, you probably have like, of course. You will have 25 to 28% against aces. Sometimes less. Okay, let's check this board. Yeah, like 50 big blinds deep, especially double suited, it's just automatic. Get it in. You would need to be like 70 big blinds and more deep to maybe fold. Like if you raise 15 and he 4-bet 50 and you have like 70 in total, that's the spot where you can fold, but double suited, it's hard anyway. Only in a situation where you're sure you're against aces so very often, you are allowed to fold. So yeah, don't worry, bro. It's just 30 big blinds. Just don't fold. In most of the situations, like a rule of thumb. Okay, SPR2, get it in. $100 BB deep, you fold to 4-bet ace king king X, single suited, even double suited when it's like under the gun, MP 3-bet, under the gun 4-bet, you just fold ace king king. But it's like 100 BB deep. People tend to play pretty aggressive against our check back on paired boards. We check back and we usually face a bet with a pretty wide range. In these games. Yeah, that sucks if you have ace king king, because it's like it's the worst spot, worst case scenario. Go against aces, especially against ace king. Then you are like if you have kings against aces in hold'em. It's frustrating. But only 30 big blinds. If you have more, you can get away from the situation. But okay, this is not really sure. There are too many straights. Probably fold. Yeah, usually people have only aces in 4-bet range in general. Like, you know, mostly. Sometimes just like super crazy players, they don't have, and then like really good players have 4-bet bluff, you know? Like, I would say, in general, it's healthy to assume your opponent has aces in the 4-bet range, whoever it is. I had a hand yesterday on Zoom where I don't know the guy. He had maybe in this smart hut or whatever it is, 70 hands played and 3-bet like 33%, no, 38.6 or something, like a number that is not like 1 out of the 3 times, but it's at least like 4 out of the 7 times, no, 3 out of the 7 times, which is quite a good sample, probably. So we got 3-bet and we had a ace king king queen or something, double suited. Now against a 3-bet already, like it's a standard call, or was it double suited? Maybe it was it was single suited. And yeah, so decide to 4-bet and we face a snap 5-bet. So whenever I tend to give some kind of credit for this stuff, usually turns out that it's aces anyway. So especially with the 4-bet range, usually it's like most aces. Like, think about it like this, like if he has aces, he will 4-bet. So aces he has for sure in the range. The question is, will he also have different hands? And very often it's not really, and if there are just so few hands, like maybe ace king jack 10 double suited, you know, but he will not have like ace queen 7 6 double suited and stuff like that. So you can just assume it's only aces and you will be good to go in most games. Come on, bro, we run like shit again. All right, next week, let's start running hot. Like, played tournament before, 200 buy-in. We are doing pretty well, and then like, I don't know, got it in 85%, 82% for like 5th place on chips. Busted. And yeah, okay, we are very deep. This is okay, nice. Tomorrow, so far, there is 1750 in the buffet. So probably will be about 2K. I feel like today we're gonna play smaller stakes, so the rake will go lower. Now we have 36 free roll tickets. Now if we continue running like this, we might as well soon have to use them. Okay, I feel like we probably, in order to get into good games, we need to just keep an eye on new opening tables. Because most of the tables that we put ourselves on a waiting list, they're just breaking as soon as we open. Okay. There is one 10-20. Let's try to play short right. It's a good idea. But if we make a stack, we leave okay. We don't want to play the low suit version of that hand. Even though it can make, oh shit, it can make more straight flushes, more bad beats. Okay, husband. Yeah, let's actually bet even over the flush. Checking is also fine. Nice. Fucking blueberry. Now I can't move. Can't see it. All right. Okay, tight fold, whatever. I'm looking for a blueberry. Okay, we got tricked here into a limp raise. Check, check. Lead. Might be too loose. But we have a heart. We beat some bluffs. Alright, not gut shot and almost a top pair. Oh, okay. We are all in against a gut shot. Very good shape. Sure, bro. Let's run twice. Come on, baby. We win the first board. And the second. Now. Didn't see a scoop for some time. Nice. Let's go. We are, you know, happy for any pot. Back in the game. Right here. Actually, why not? Like, yeah, we lose to a flush and we lose to a better 10. Sure. It's whatever. I like to